Hello dear students, today's class about sugars. Yesterday we taken as a what you call complete lipids. Today's sugars nothing but carbohydrates. What do you know that? These taste in sweet, right? And these are soluble in carbohydrates. They soluble in water soluble carbohydrates, where the lipids or fats there no fats and lipids are the insoluble. So these composition of the lipids, which are the ratio carbon hydrogen oxygen, that's a 1:2:1 ratio. 1:2:1 ratio. Examples of carbohydrates, best example glucose and ribose sugar. Here saying ribose sugar. Glucose structure C6H12O6. Here this is the structure now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and again 6 oxygens. And ribose sugar, it is the carbon one reduced here 5 and 2 hydrogens reduced here, what it C5H10 and O5. C5H10 O5 are the ribose sugar structure, right? And here is the sugars are the carbohydrates which are the main structure of ribose, no? So here let us discuss about nitrogen bases. This is sugar, right? So nitrogen bases, what are the nitrogen bases? Nitrogen bases are here, what slide shows that these are the nitrogen containing cyclic compounds. Nitrogen containing cyclic compounds we called as the nitrogen bases found in the nucleic acids. You know that nucleic acids, ribose nucleic acid RNA and deoxyribose nucleic acid DNA, right? So nitrogen bases are these nitrogen containing cyclic rings or compounds. These are found in the nucleic acids. What are the nucleic acids? DNA and RNA. What are the nucleic acids? DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA, right? So here, now what are the nitrogen bases they given here? Purines and pyrimidines. Purines and pyrimidines are the nitrogen bases. Purines are the adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine. These two are the purines. And pyrimidines are the cytosine and thiamine and uracil. You should remember CUT cut. Should write the first C, next uracil, next thiamine. CUT cut are the pyrimidines. Purines are the A and G. Short form you can say A adenine, G guanine are the purines. And cytosine and uracil and thiamine, CUT cut pyrimidine. You can remember easily. Pyrimidines are the CUT cut. And purines are the adenine guanine. These two are the purines and pyrimidines called as a nitrogen bases, right? So here adenine is the one kind of purine, right? And uracil one type of pyrimidine. So purines are the double ring structures. See, purines are the double ring structures, whereas the pyrimidines are the single ring structures, right? See here, nitrogen NH, nitrogen NH2N. These are the adenine structure they have given and uracil structure given on the screen, right? Next, nucleosides. What are the nucleosides? You know, nucleoside and nucleotide. Nucleoside and nucleotide. Here is these are the compounds formed by the linking of nitrogen bases with the sugar. This is the sugar, you know that, right? And which is the linking with the nitrogen base. Nitrogen base, what we discussed here? These nitrogen base plus sugar. Nitrogen base plus sugar. Nitrogen base is the adenine is nitrogen base. Uracil is the nitrogen base, right? Means this is the pyrimidine, this is the purine. Here A plus sugar, adenosine. A means adenine, okay? And U plus sugar molecule, uridine. Here is the carefully observe the slide, you can easily understood. Nucleosides means nitrogen base plus sugar. What is the nitrogen base here? Adenine is nitrogen base and guanine, which are the two are the purines. CUT I told no, these are the pyrimidines. These plus sugar if you add no, will get the nucleoside. When you add these adenine plus sugar called as adenosine, guanine plus sugar called as a guanosine, cytosine plus sugar called as cytidine. In the meanwhile, thymine plus sugar, thymidine, right? Uracil plus sugar, uridine. These are the nucleosides. What is the nucleoside? Nucleoside is equal to nitrogen base plus sugar. Nitrogen base plus sugar. This is the nitrogen base and this is sugar molecule. Right? Got it? Yeah. Now nucleotides. What are the nucleotides? Nucleoside means nitrogen base plus sugar. Now here see same nitrogen base sugar there. Apart from that, we should add the phosphate. Then that could be as a nucleotide. These are the compounds formed by the linking of nucleoside with a phosphate group. Nucleoside means what? Already learned in the before slide. Nitrogen base plus sugar and I have to add the phosphate. Nitrogen base sugar plus phosphate. Now it is the adenine. These are nitrogen bases. AZ, purines, CUT cut are the pyrimidines. Now adenine, sugar, phosphate, adenyllic acid. If you add the guanine with the phosphate sugar, guanyllic acid. Yes, cytosine plus sugar, phosphate. Here is the cytidinic acid. Okay, cytidinic acid, thymidinic acid and uridic acid. Right? Nucleotide, you have to remember tide. T means 3. T means what more? 3 spelling start with the THRE. Nucleotide T is there. T means what? 3. Nitrogen base, sugar, phosphate. But nucleoside no T, no. That's the reason I have to remember like that. Here come to this structure, adenyllic acid. First one, adenyllic acid is the adenyllic acid. Adenosine plus sugar and phosphate with sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Ribosugar, right? This is ribosugar. Adenine, sugar and phosphate. This is the phosphate. Phosphoric acid. Okay, right? This is the nucleotide. Here structure, nucleotides are the heterocyclic compounds. What you said previously? These are the heterocyclic. Means what? They are different. Hetero means different cyclic compounds, right? And here is the nucleic acids. Which are the nucleic acids? What you spoke previously? DNA, RNA. These are made up of nucleotides. These are made up of nucleotides. Means what? Nucleotide should have a T, tri, hydrogen base and sugar and phosphate, right? This is a double helical structure of DNA. Okay, and DNA polynucleotide chain they have given. In this sugars are there, adenine, guanine and CUT are there. These are the nitrogen bases and phosphate group. That's a nucleotide, right? That's about the nitrogen bases and sugars. Thank you for watching.